Hi guys, hope you all are having a fantastic day so far. Leon and I are both really excited to join you again for day 2 of Steam Next Fest. We have 6 great games coming up today. Toem, The Lightbringer, Song of Iron, Haven Park, Wolfstride, and Leela's Sky Arc. So 6 great games coming up, but best of all, we will be joined by the developers or publishers for all 6. Leon has been a huge help in not only tracking down the contacts, but also reaching out. He has a great way of just reaching out to the people working behind the scenes and getting them involved in our stream. So, Leon, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your channel.
So I'm Leon. I have a YouTube channel called I Love Indies. I set it up at the start of the year, and what I do is I do a weekly video called Indies of the Week, and it's just an overview of some of the great releases that have come out that week. My latest video just went live yesterday. Check that out if you fancy it, and it includes mini reviews of Minute of Islands, Garlic, a precision platformer that we've been waiting for so long, and The Beasts of Marvaya Island, which was an interesting Pokemon Snap type photography game, which I know Cody has reviewed. So it's I Love Indies. You can just you can find it from the bottom of Cody's channels. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a watch, and you can also follow me on Twitter. I've got a Twitter handle of Indies Love, and on there I post Indies of the Day. I do giveaways, and I also like to retweet indie gaming goodness. So there you have it, that's me.
That's Leon. Yeah, Leon also right now has a giveaway live for Beasts of Marvaya Island. So follow him at Indies Love. His tags are underneath his face whenever we're on this interview screen here. But yeah, I'm really excited for the 6 games that we have coming up today. Starting us off, Toem, another photography-based game, which is something I'm always in love with because photography is a hobby of mine and outside of video games. I know it's not for everybody, but I like it. Leon, why don't you give us a quick rundown of maybe just like a 10-second review or an overview of each game that we have coming up today?
So we have Toem, which is a photography game, as Cody said. It's by a Scandinavian developer, and you play as a small figure. I'm not sure if he's got a name. We'll find that out. Exploring Scandinavian landscapes and taking photos and getting bus passes and travelling to different places. That's Toem. We've also got Song of Iron, which is a sort of Viking-esque hack and slash side scroller, which really looks quite fantastic. We've also got Lila's Skyark, which is the prequel to a game that came out last year. One of my favourite indies, Resolution with 2 eyes. And I'll be looking to talk to the developer about both the prequel and the original. We've also got Haven Park, which is a game a little bit like A Short Hike, if you know that indie. I know SaveDex Gaming, they covered it recently, but it's a bit like that one. So we'll say no more about it. We've also got Wolfstride, which is a monochrome RPG with mech battles. And we've got The Lightbringer, which is a 3D puzzle adventure modelled on Zelda. Reminds me a little bit of Oceanhorn. Very colourful. Looking forward to that one too. So there you have it.
Yeah, an excellent rundown. We've got an excellent lineup. I'm stoked. So why don't we get into Toem? I know we're a couple minutes early. We have several people in the chat here already. I see Cece Who is joining us. She says, "Hey Cody, hey Leon, so glad to be able to catch up this stream." Cece, we're so glad you're here.
Hi Cece.
And SaveDex Gaming says, "Who?" ? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I think it's because I mentioned him.
Oh, probably. Calling him out. All right, well, let's jump into Toem. I don't have any game data saved. I think I opened it up just to make sure I could get the resolution and everything right, but this will be a fresh take. Cece, you haven't heard of any of these games. You're excited to see all of them. They are
some real.
They are all available.
There's some real hidden gems.
Yeah, they are all available. They have demos available during Steam Next Fest, which runs through Tuesday. Got our backpack. So this seems to be a point and click. I'm not moving around with WASD. And click and drag to rotate the camera.
I played this for, I played about 20 minutes of it just earlier to just try it out. And it is point and click. You move the mouse cursor, click where you want to go, and talk to characters. And then you can open up your camera, which you'll get very soon, and start taking some snaps.
A couple things to note. Our portable music player is called a hiking lady instead of maybe a Walkman. And I just saw the first piece of the soundtrack was by Jamal Green, who also made music for Sizable, which was another recent kind of a puzzle. Well, it was definitely a puzzler, but more of like a small diorama puzzler, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, great little game.
We are excited.
The art style of the game is fantastic. It's all the rage, isn't it, to be monochrome, but there's just something quite striking and unique about this one, and I know it's a lot of people's favourites, or one of the favourites from the Steam Next Fest.
I'm usually more of a fan of vibrant colors, if I'm being honest. Monochrome isn't usually my type of style, although I did really enjoy The Longest Road on Earth. I think we share that in common, Leon.
Yep.
And there's our camera, a vintage camera with dynamic zoom, which I'm assuming we'll use our mouse wheel for.
Sophie says hi. Scott's in the house. We've got Smoke back as well. Hello, guys.
Yeah, a lot of people here. Thanks for joining us. How about we try a photo?
I love how you can rotate and move the camera in 3D like that.
click and drag. You can zoom with the mouse wheel. Not sure what that is
Everything's so chunky. The graphics are really chunky, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. It actually reminds me a bit of Chicory.
Yes, I can
Which is
see
a game
that.
that you and I have both been playing recently, and we'll be reviewing on both of our channels coming up soon. Oh, do we need to talk to her again before we run out the door? Let's see it. Ooh, I love the photo album too, and it kind of gives you categories for things that you're looking for, like Beasts of Maravilla Island. Okay, so I think we're good to move on here. We're not. I have things to say. Well, say them. Maybe we need to click it. Okay, there we go. That was my bad. I like her little house shoes. They look cozy.
DC says it does remind her of Chicory as well, just waiting for the magic paintbrush. Well, you've not got a paintbrush here, it's the camera. The camera is your magical item, I suppose, of sorts.
That's how you're capturing the scenery.
So what you have to do in each area is you have to take enough pictures to get stamps, which will allow you to get your bus pass, which allows you to go to the next location.
We've got our community card. Local bingo card. Collect stamps to get a free bus ticket. Once you collect one stamp, the next bus ride is on us. Or 1 star stamp.
Dave's got us up on the big TV. Oh, Dave, it'll highlight all those imperfections.
Cece says, any thoughts on my time at Sandrock? Well, I'm a bit upset by it. So I am an early access backer on Kickstarter, and we were supposed to have like a month of early access before others had access to it, and then they released the demo with like 3 days warning. So as a content creator and somebody who wanted to make early access videos on it, it's a bit disappointing. But I think the game looks great. I've had a lot of fun playing what I've played of it. I think it's a great successor to my time at Portia. Have you played it?
I've not played it. No, I've not played either of them. As you know, city builders, those types of town sims, I do like them, but they're perhaps not my favourite genre. If you're to say what's your favourite genre to me, I would say roguelikes and Metroidvanias. What would you say, Cody?
I would probably say the same, but also kind of like cozy narrative games. Like this. Obviously doesn't fit the roguelite Metroidvania
No, it doesn't.
build.
But I'm also a man of aesthetics, and I love beautiful games, and this is a beautiful game, so I am sold.
It is, and it looks like we have something we made here in the chat. It says, hey guys. Welcome.
Hi, guy.
We're very glad to have you.
We've just been saying such good things about this wonderful game. I'm sure you can share some of the progress you're making with it with us.
Take a nice photo of Nana.
I've got a question for something we made. What does Toem mean? What is Toem? Do you know, Cody?
I don't. So I think the last Scandinavian type game that I played was Noita, which has a lot of hard to understand language in it. And I didn't understand any of that. So yeah, I'm also curious, what does Toem mean?
I'm reading the press kit. It seemed to suggest a mountain or something, a location, but I'm not sure.
They've said, yeah, that's a good question. Smiley face. It's a made-up word, which is a mixture of things. What's
Oh, right.
what's the mixture? What are the elements? What's the secret sauce? Oh, he's hidden our gifts, isn't it? No, that's not the gift, is it? That's like a...
No.
That's an
You have
old
to go
apple.
around the back. There's a present somewhere, nicely wrapped for you, Cody, around the back of a house.
I see it. Ooh, did I mean to go through there? No.
I'd also like to ask, does the protagonist have a name? And what is the protagonist? Is it a particular type of animal? Can't quite tell what it is. It's adorable.
We've got some clogs of our own, and I love already that you can equip this stuff.
Just like Chicory, where
Yeah.
you can wear all sorts of different things.
So we've got matching clogs with Nana. Look at us styling together.
Have you got your clogs on, Cody?
No, just wool socks today.
All right. Sometimes I wear my clogs for work.
Do you?
No, only joking. No, I'm joking. Maybe if I was teaching like 200 years ago, I might have done.
I just put my own stamp there. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the top lefties. What is Experience Toem? The big journey to experience the phenomenon. And they said they can't say much about the name because it will spoil things.
Right. And the protagonist doesn't have a name or race. There's another question I'd like to ask. Will there be a plush toy
This would be an adorable one too.
to go on the shelf, as you can see here?
I don't have any plushies. Just a
You need
rock hard Darth Tater.
some plush in your life. I love the babbly sort of gobbledygook language as well. It reminds me sort of Banjo-Kazooie, but it's just it's lovely. Sophie's gonna make a plush.
Excellent. Well, oh, she can crochet. She crochets a lot, I think. That would be excellent to see. What else do? We need something else, right? Got the cow. Oh, we can get a picture of some flies on this trash pile here. Where'd it go? There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Working hard on our album here. How many are
Sophie's
there?
crocheting now as she watches us.
Excellent.
Heavenly stuff.
What are you crocheting? Oh, she won't say what. You already answered that. Wait, is this...
Some socks for Dave.
I can't imagine that crocheted socks would be very comfortable to wear. Kind of lumpy, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's just the crocheting that I've done in my life that's lumpy. I'm sure Sophie's is much better. Alright, so can we go to the next area now? Because we have 2 stamps.
You got your 3.
Oh, we need 3 stamps?
I think so. You need to go to the chap at the kiosk.
Oh, we
you have enough.
The only thing we missed was Experience Toem, which we don't know what that is yet. But it sounds exciting. Alright. Move along. Yes. Ooh, I like this little map too. Community for the Forest Dwellers. That's where I want to be. Oaklaville. Oh, is Nana coming with us? No.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, Nana. We have to go. We have to see this great big world. You can also play with the gamepad. Leon, did you play this with the gamepad?
No, I didn't actually, because I didn't have it connected at the time, so I played it with mouse and keyboard.
Okay. Got some butterflies over there. I know we're gonna get a picture of those. Cotton puffs are around here somewhere. Are those the cotton puffs? Here, let's go over here and get a picture among the butterflies. Is that not something we need? Oh, I guess not.
No.
What about this? Ooh, I love the camera effects. You zoom in and zoom out. The focus changes. Reminds me a lot of Alba, a wildlife adventure, which I thought really nailed the photography stuff.
The photography sim seems to be up-and-coming genre, doesn't it? There seem to be a lot of games at the moment with Beasts of Maravilla and Alba and this, and there's probably others.
This thing. It's been spotted. Nervous. Is that an animal that we need? No, what the heck? What is it? Okay, so there's more to this landscape than meets the eye. We can move along. Oh, look at this. Can we sit on the bench? Oh.
New music's been added.
Alright, let's go talk to this fellow over here. Got a star over him.
I think the developer wanted to chat with us on video, but I don't know if that's possible. Is it, Cody?
Not during this, because we're going to be switching in and out so quickly with a lot of the games. But potentially in the future. I know Leon and I have talked about doing some more in-depth interviews with developers over video. If you guys would be interested, let us know. Let's do a photo challenge. I have a question about the game in general. How long have you been developing this? Alright, let's view our card here. Become a paparazzi. Get a good photo of a DJ. Become a flower. Oh, here's the challenge. Okay. Soldiers nearby, and they are tiny. So we're looking for, I'm gonna say some ants, but I actually think we need a picture of this beetle up here.
Look at that. That's a stag beetle, I feel.
Stag beetle. You nailed it, Leon.
I know a stag beetle when I see one.
Make sure there's nothing else around there. Oh wait, what are these little guys? Little birdos. Forest bird. We're on fire right now with this camera. Where do you think the ants are? And the snail over... Wait, is the snail on a racetrack? Let's see if we can get behind it maybe and get a good picture of it headed towards the finish line.
Slow and steady wins the race.
I don't know that he's really moving though.
No. So the game's been in development for 3 years, and they made 4 different versions of it.
And it didn't have a camera at all in the first rendition. That's really interesting. So was it more of just more of just an exploration, kind of a narrative type game? Tom. I like this. Can we talk to Tom? Access quick menu. Oh, okay, I like that. Do that with the right click. Oh, and we can switch our music too. The launchable socks made this song interesting.
I love games with cassette tapes in. It takes me back to when I was a young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
And do we have any idea of when the game might be released, a release window? Because I just can't wait to play this one. It's really high up my most wanted indies.
Yes, same for me. I love the photography aspects, and this just has a charming feel to it.
It's very wholesome as well.
Missing socks.
CC's on Steam and she's overwhelmed by the demos. It is quite overwhelming. I said that to Cody. I said, as soon as 6 p.m. UK time came on Wednesday, I thought, be prepared for me to be overwhelmed because there's so many games. 700 demos, in fact.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's going to be out real soon.
Real soon, huh?
Which suggests a summer window to me. Wink, wink.
One can hope, right? This is like the perfect summertime game, though. It makes me want to actually go outside and have little adventures. Go for a walk around the neighborhood. Go for a walk down the street, through the woods. Look for some ants.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. Dave wants it on Switch, as you'd expect. I feel it would be superb on Switch. Well, if it is coming out real soon, I think there's an opportunity for a full-on interview potentially there if there's something
Absolutely.
Dev is up for it.
Wait, ring the bell. I like that there's these little visual prompts. It's not anything glaring, but you can see the little circles emanating from objects that you can interact with. I feel kind of bad that we woke this guy up. He looks like he's had a long night.
The radio's on.
I wonder, can we interact with the radio and get new songs from it? Guess not. Capture the hotel's beauty, and then what is this over here? Take a picture of it. That's quite lovely. Love the googly style eyes.
Is it a pony with a wig, wearing a wig?
Wait, and so we're actually out of time with the game. What happens when you reach 128 on your, I guess, your film or your photo album? Take a picture of the cat. And that's Oscar
at the moment.
Alright guys, well, our 20 minutes with Toem is up. Unfortunately, I could probably play this all afternoon. I would play this all afternoon, if I could. Very excited to see more of this, and hopefully we'll be able to work something out with the developers to maybe bring you a more exclusive look behind the scenes, and maybe a little bit more gameplay as well. So thank you so much to Something We Made for joining us today. You guys obviously are welcome to stick around, but we really appreciate you taking the time to come and chat with us, share about your game, about your development, and yeah, hopefully we'll see more very soon. So Leon, what have we got coming up next?
What have we got next? We have The Lightbringer, which is another game that many have been anticipating for some time since it got announced. It's a story-driven adventure platform game. It reminds me a lot of Zelda and a bit, actually, of Oceanhorn, which is similar to, was sort of inspired by Zelda, which came out a few years ago. It's a beautiful world claimed by a vile corruption. It seems to be all the rage to have worlds or islands corrupted in some way. And then what we tend to get is an unlikely hero. As I've been putting my videos together, I've been realising that there's always an unlikely hero that has to save the day and destroy some sort of corruption. It was Chicory, for example, and Minute of Islands also, which came out last week. So you're guided by your sister's spirit, you must prevail where she could not. Oh, and you've got to cleanse the corruption and become the Lightbringer. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Does sound quite good. When I first saw when I first saw kind of the graphical style of the game, it reminded me a lot of actually a puzzler that I played recently down in Bermuda. Just the color and overall style of the presentation. It kind of feels like a mixture between that and something like Blue Fire, which was actually like a 3D platformer. So it kind of feels like a mesh between those two genres, or really for me, those two games in specific.
Much slower than Blue Fire, as you'll quickly find out. I had a quick go at this one just to see what it was like, and I find it very smooth. The gameplay is super smooth, and I don't know how far along they are in the development of this, but it's already looking good. See you later, something we made. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will definitely be in touch. Yeah, chef's admiring my shelf. I was talking through the shelf with Cody earlier. I'll just move out of the way so you can see it while Cody's setting up proceedings. Here we have sort of ukulele there, Dave. I know you appreciate that. We've got Minute. We've got Hollow Knight. I know Cody doesn't like Hollow Knight, but that's there.
It's the worst game I've ever played.
Yeah, we've got Enter the Gungeon. Look at this. There we go. Bulletkin. Who doesn't want a Bulletkin? Isaac. Got a bit of Undertale here. Very underrated game. It's on the Switch. I urge you to get it. Rain World. I keep telling Cody it is brilliant. It's a survival Metroidvania with an amazing pixel art style.
I thought you were saying Undertale was an underrated game.
No, Rain World. It really is, and it's totally unique. There's nothing quite like it. And then I've also got one of my all-time favourite indies. Hello. It's Gomez from Fez.
Alright, so I am going to play this one on my controller, because it's giving me the prompts via controller. R to rotate the camera, right bumper to run. So it doesn't seem right off the bat like the camera auto follows.
Gaze upon this glorious lights, spread across mysterious
You
lands,
actually rotate it.
drives away corrupted nights, well laid in your valiant hands. Look around, search for them and find. These crystals are one of a kind.
We have One Up James in the chat. Also, Chef, I didn't say hello when you came in. So welcome, guys. Thanks so much for joining.
Hi, guys.
Can we get back?
CC, if you want Hollow Knight, fangamer.com I think is the place to go. They have, if you've never been on the website, it's brilliant. They have all sorts of gaming memorabilia with a focus on indie gaming.
Yeah, I think you recommended that to me too, and I went and found probably about 30 or 40 plushies that I could buy, but that I shouldn't for the sake of my wallet.
And there's one
there's a
for
lot
Dave,
there.
I know Dave will appreciate. There's one I know Dave will appreciate. Well, two actually. You can get a Banjo-Kazooie plush, which is fabulous, and also a Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day plush, and it speaks.
What are these crabs down here? Is there a reason to go down here? Just hit.
Did you just stamp on it?
I guess so, yeah. So we don't have... Do you know if there's any combat in the game? Because I haven't come across any yet.
I think there might be. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Really like this art style, though. Very calm.
Quite minimalistic, isn't it?
It is. What's that guy doing over there? Building something.
See, it has a very Nintendo look to it, this game. I feel like it wouldn't be out of place on, say, the old Nintendo 64 or GameCube. Mm-hmm. Or, well, Switch.
Is it coming to Switch?
I think it is, yes. I'll double check.
Oh, look at that. Right,
It's coming to Steam and the Nintendo Switch.
I feel like indie games in general have really found a home on Switch, and rightly so. I mean, I think there's a huge... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, good. There's a huge audience for indie games everywhere, but it seems like a lot of indie game fans in general have kind of flocked towards the Switch.
Yeah, it's like, well, I've always loved indie games, but before I got onto Steam, when I got a gaming PC, the Switch was my go-to console.
Were we supposed to bring that with us? I'm not quite sure. Let's talk to this person if we can. Maybe not. Oh, we can go in here. Oh, look at this. Just jump around the house as, you know, as normal people do.
See, I'd like to ask, if the developer joins us, I'd like to ask how far in development they are with this game.
Mm-hmm. How close to a release date? What is that, a firefly? Will we uncover a map at some point, I wonder, too?
Depends how big the world is. It may be that it's broken up into a series of
This, my brother,
levels.
it
Yeah.
will harden your will.
Because
When you are wounded,
we came
it will help
to
you
like
stand
kind of a
still.
checkpoint flag earlier, and it gave us like a forward view of where we were headed. But I feel like personally I might get a little bit lost in here.
DC says it reminds her of the game that starred the fox. I assume you're referring to Tunic.
Oh yes. Yeah, the especially the coloration of the world does remind me a lot of that. Good call.
Yeah, and that sort of top-down, semi-isometric view.
And Tunic also has, I think, a brand new demo, right? A demo that hasn't been public before during Steam.
As far as I'm aware,
during Next
it's
Fest.
just... Yeah, I think it's just on Xbox, though.
Really?
Could
It's
be
not
wrong.
on PC?
Xbox exclusive announced during E3.
Wow.
To restore harmony, one needs a tool. Ancient, powerful, created to rule. Imbued with power and lore of
CC
light,
says she's on the fan gamer
bestow
site,
upon you the
and her
ancient
room is
light.
about to be filled with plushies.
Yes, this is what happens when you discover the fan gamer site. Your wallet will, well, be empty soon. Or a purse.
James asked, what game is this? This is The Lightbringer. Kind of an isometric... Well, is it considered isometric if you can move the camera?
Not sure. That's why I said semi-isometric.
Oh, okay. It is always on the same level. You can't adjust the height of it. You can rotate it, and we've just... Okay, so here's a guy with a sword. This is
what you need. Yes,
is
you
what
do
I'm
get a
looking
sword. I
for.
remember now. I got... Yeah.
and an awesome beard.
Oh, no, you don't get a sword. It subverts it. You get a boomerang.
No.
Yes.
I mean, I'll take it. Press
Go
right
on. You
trigger.
can have it.
All right. Step up to the plate here. And we can throw it different distances, it seems, based on how long we hold it. And you can see it kind of charging up. I like that. Can we do it through the boxes too, I'm assuming? Neat.
DC says the protagonist reminds her of the one from Bastion. It does have a little look of Bastion, which is one of those great indie games, indie classic. Such fond memories of that one.
Okay, and there is some auto targeting here too.
Which is always good.
I'm curious. I guess we will run into enemies at some point, but so far we're just using this for kind of the puzzle platforming. Oh, good thing I swung the camera around. I would have missed all those gems. Monoliths have always been here. Nobody knows where they came from.
I think it's just easing you into the game. This is a sort of tutorial, isn't it?
Does seem that way. Well, I got that.
Failure
Okay.
break you. Try it again. You'll pass it through.
Have you ever tried a boomerang, Cody?
Yes. When I was
Did
a
it come
kid,
back to you?
in a sense, I mean, it was a lot of running and chasing to get back to it. I never was able to catch it in the air. Have you tried one?
I think as a kid, yeah. I don't think it ever came back to me. Don't think you have a grab move, do you?
Oh, I don't think I do. Maybe I needed to run and jump? What am I missing? Try it one more time. No. Maybe there's something on the other side here. I missed something earlier on. Don't think so. Aim at the green thingy. Is there a switch somewhere?
Looks as though you should be able to make it, but maybe not.
Ring that bell.
Nothing to do with that bell, is it?
No, because I did ring that. I'll ring it again just to make sure.
Doesn't
Nobody
like
knows.
extend the bridge. No. Looks like Dave sold on the game.
Right as I'm stumped. Interesting.
Maybe that's why.
Dave does like his frustrating games. I don't know if you've ever heard him say this, but he has beaten Cuphead. Not the DLC though.
I've never heard him say that actually. And what do you know? I don't think there was any news on the Cuphead DLC during E3, was there?
No, there wasn't.
Which is surprising.
All right, let me give this one more. My bad, guys. I'm just bad at the game.
It did look like you could make it, I have to say.
You did. You even said that. Leon,
Sorry.
maybe next time you should play the game, and I'll do more of the chatting. All right, let's turn this bridge. I like this little wheel. It's a nice addition. It's not just a switch. It's like something that you can move wherever you want it. So did we need it to stay sideways so that we could get over there? Let's try it.
Need to put it at an angle, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, you.
I feel like we're not going to make that now. We're not going to make that, right?
No.
Not even close.
Nope.
Okay, we're just going to go straight across. We don't need every single gem. Not during the demo, at least. And there's those ones over there too. Interesting.
The monoliths are tainted.
Oh, can't your
You know,
boomerang
hands
grab the
are
gem? Yes, it can.
along
Oh,
the
yes.
created For your light to be passed.
Here, let me step over here. Right. Fall off. There we go. Grab this one. Not quite.
Has anyone in the chat played Oceanhorn? Because it's on the Switch, it's often on sale. There's a second one as well, I think that's on the Switch, which came out on Apple Arcade. But it does remind me a lot of Oceanhorn, just because of that sort of simplistic 3D top-down look. I think this is the end of the level.
Okay, so I guess we needed 39 gems, and we got 47 of them.
Dave likes Oceanhorn. I thought you might, Dave.
And the sequel is always on discount if you own the first game. I like these animations.
I played it first on Apple Arcade, and I did like it. Oceanhorn 2.
Alright, let's go through. So we got...
You did very well there.
We got everything, right?
Yeah, you can have a house point.
Alright. Point for Hufflepuff. Leon, do you know what Harry Potter house you are?
I do. Well, you see, my students, it's the sort of thing my students talk about quite a lot, and they're always asking me to do the Harry Potter sorting hat webpage. So I've done it a couple of times. It's actually come out different twice. I thought I'd been Gryffindor, but actually no, it came out once as Hufflepuff and once as Ravenclaw.
I think I've been Hufflepuff twice, actually.
My wife's definitely in Slytherin.
You just know that?
Yes. I bought her some Slytherin socks for Christmas once.
Dude, these are some narrow bridges here. Oh, I should probably use the aim here. I like those. Why does this one look different? Can't break those. Just like a switch maybe to turn it on? Yes. Uh-oh. Run out of juice. Oh, and we've run out of time.
We have. So you got carried away with this one, didn't you?
I did. I'm losing myself in the puzzles. I kind of knew that would happen though. This is another kind of a charming game, but it seems like we're getting into maybe some of the darker elements here in this dungeon. Speaking of juice, where's Lemons? Lemons was here early on. I know he dropped in and said hello, or Elmo actually. Alright, so that's all the time that we have for the Lightbringer.
Which is coming out on the Nintendo Switch and PC sometime this year. Who knows when?
Who knows? They're not here to tell us very soon with a winky face like Toem was. Get our hopes up. So what's up next, Leon?
So next up we have a hack and slash 2D side-scroller called Song of Iron. Behind you lies a trail of broken helms and shattered shields. You hold the axe of a fallen foe. Worn and dented, it will suit its purpose. What lies ahead is still a mystery. Your goal is not, though. To save your people, you must find the great temple of the gods, but do not expect a warm welcome. Ooh.
Ooh.
Does that sound good?
It does sound good. Right off the bat, when I saw the gameplay from Song of Iron, it immediately reminded me of Unto the End, which is a game that came out back in January or February, I think. Very similar styles, very atmospheric. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this more.
It doesn't quite have the same art style though, does it?
No, it
At
doesn't.
the end.
This has a little bit
Some
more of a little more color to it,
Yeah.
I think.
It felt like it's like a sort of Viking-esque adventure, and you'll see from the start that it begins with tragedy. It's a typical sort of thing where a village has been attacked and there's been sort of a massacre of sorts, burning buildings, and you set off on a tale of revenge.
Hate to see it, but it does make for a good story.
It does. Like Gladiator, which is a great film. Do you like Gladiator, Cody?
I do. Yeah, with Gerard Butler, right?
No. Oh, it's Russell Crowe, isn't it?
Russell Crowe, you're right.
Yeah.
My brain is kind of miswired at times when it comes to those two.
Yeah, I can see why, actually.
So, we actually have Joe from Song of Iron in the chat. Joe is a solo developer working on this.
Hi, Joe.
How long have you been working on Song of Iron? And thanks so much for joining us.
You'll say it's about 2 years.
Rescue Squad, I did see your post in the Discord. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't make it all the way through yet. We've got an axe. This guy looks awesome.
So Joe, what can you tell us about this game? What inspired you to create this?
Can we pick this stuff up? It looks like we can. CC with the solo dab. Hold left trigger. Oh. I think I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Yep.
Well, Joe says that it was inspired by Inside. I can sort of see actually that sort of side-scrolling look of the game, but obviously we've got the hack and slash, the combat. Were there any particular films or books that inspired you? Because it sort of reminds me of something like, well, either the Viking series or Gladiator, even Game of Thrones maybe.
So B is a nice kick move.
And Cece's asking what happened to this guy. Well, he is angry. Did we miss the introduction, Cody?
There was a burning pyre.
Well, I think there's a bit before that.
Was there?
I'm sure. I feel so. I don't know, but we'll find out shortly. Hopefully.
Oh, you can't hear us that well. I bet the game volume is a little bit too high. It does sound... Is that better, Cece? Thank you for saying that. You will miss a bit of the awesome soundtrack. Watch out for archers. Get your shield ready. Where are the archers? There he is.
Oh, look at that.
That's awesome. How do I pick that up? I've forgotten already. Right bumper. Okay. We need a new shield too, so we'll get that, right? There we go.
Inspiration comes from all places. Zelda, Journey. Interesting. Lord of the Rings and Vikings. Yeah, I can see the Lord of the Rings inspiration.
Ooh, I like how this guy runs out of the background. Gonna give him a swift kick. Uh-oh.
Combat seems very tactical.
Very much. Trying to get on one side or the other of them here. Oh, and our shield has just broken. That's not good news. Let's see if we can get another one. There we go. Now, can your weapons break as well? Because you can see the shield deteriorating over time. You killed Robin Hood. That was an evil Robin Hood, though. He was stealing from the poor and giving to the rich.
I like the way the camera pans out there so you can see the water close up.
Yeah, it has some really nice foreground and background effects. Like a little bit earlier, we walked behind like a burning building. Hold right bumper to push and pull. I feel like we're coming up to a harder fight. Oh no,
Oh no.
coming up to the sad stuff.
Yeah. Get the tissues ready.
Find the Godstone.
I'm assuming this is his wife.
Or his
Could be.
mistress.
Oh,
But I would assume wife. You just never
a
know.
lady friend.
Yeah.
Nice animations there as the sort of lady droops. Ah, that's why we've got the pyre. So how far along are we in development of the game, Joe? Very far. As in, release is imminent.
Yeah, very far. I like the sound of that.
Oh, release announcement coming up soon.
In a few weeks.
So maybe a summer. Maybe summer? End of summer?
Just waiting for
We might
some...
have Song of Iron and Toem soon.
Look at this. The background, though. What is that statue from? Joe, can you tell us a bit about your background in game development? Because from your Twitter, I don't think this is the first game that you've worked on. And in reading a little bit about you, I think you've worked in games before, if I'm not mistaken. Last chance, old man. Or is it? Uh-oh. Someone's beating up an old man. Uh-oh. Oh, put your shield up. Ugh. Yikes. Bye-bye, old man. See. Look at these statues are crazy, though.
Also, Joe's worked on Halo games. Impressive. Well, I've got down the games coming out on Steam and Xbox. Any plans for a Switch release in the future? Because we have quite a few Switch fans in the chat.
see if I can actually hit somebody with this bow. Nope. Nope. We tried. Uh-oh. We're just riddled with arrows at this point. And there goes our shield. So we're gonna have to be kind of careful here. I've forgotten already how to throw my axe. This feels very tactical. I know you mentioned that earlier, Leon. Feels like it's gonna take me personally a while to get accustomed to the controls. Throwing weapons, attacking, shielding, rolling, dodging, running, pulling out your bow. There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But it feels like a deep and really rewarding fighting style. And it feels fair. I've played games like this in the past that just feel kind of overly difficult for what they were. But this feels fair.
The character animations are fantastic. I think CC mentioned that, particularly when he runs. It looks very realistic.
Would like to get a shield again though.
One Up James says it reminds him of an upscaled Sultan Sanctuary. Interesting. They did announce a sequel to that, didn't they?
Yes.
During E3.
Salt and Sacrifice, right? I hear some people. Can we sneak up and get this guy? Oh, and you can aim the bow. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, there you go.
You aim with the right stick. He says, yeah, controls are a bit rough. It's the thing I struggle with the most. Interesting. But again, I feel like it's just a matter of time for like me to learn them. I don't feel like they're overly difficult or anything like that. We sneak.
And how long is the game going to be, Joe? And will there be boss fights? Because we've not seen a boss yet. Are they featured?
You really just want
that
people...
you'll cover...
Sorry, go ahead, Leon. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I imagine the game will cover lots of different locations because you've already gone through 3 or 4 different locations in the demo.
This forest, for some reason, reminds me a lot of my time playing Valheim.
Didn't play it. Never played that one.
Another great Viking game. A lot of fun if you have like friends to play it with. Although I would just go in and chop down trees for hours at a time. Alright, so that guy's seen me. That's great. And I don't have a shield, so we're gonna dodge and kick. This guy's lining up to get his butt handed to him. Appreciate your enthusiasm, good sir.
Are you playing with a controller, Cody?
I am.
Seems like the sort that will work better with a controller.
This seems like it would be very difficult to play on mouse and keyboard, if I'm being honest. Might be another sneaking section. Wonder if we can maybe roll while he's looking the other way. Oh, he caught us.
Uh-oh.
Dadgummit. We were close. I think we had the right idea. Nope, we're aiming the bow the wrong way.
The Joe says the game's going to be 2 to 3 hours long. How long's the demo? How long is there in the demo? That'd be good to know.
I think we will need... Oh, that's the wrong button. I think we'll need to pull this. CC asks, questions on everyone's mind. Can you burn their houses in retaliation?
The spider. Yeah, no one's mentioned God of War, and it does have that sort of God of War element to it with this sort of atmosphere in the music.
Demo is about 15 minutes, so that's perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, we've been kicked. I don't think so. I do the kicking around here. Thank you. Oh, he just hatcheted his own guy in the back. Not very friendly. Now, Joe, I've seen in the trailer, I've seen a running drop kick. How do I achieve that? Ooh, headshot.
Not quite as wholesome this as the previous 2 games.
Not quite. No, this is a stark departure. But a welcome one. This is awesome. I kind of want people to come fight me now.
Great water effects again there.
This guy wants some too, huh? Oh. Oh. How about you guys? Well. Pick up some extra arrows on our way. I bet we need to pull this. What's in here? Oh, can we not? Oh, I kind of wanted to go in there. Oh well. We have Monolith of Mines actually jumping in here early. Hey all, I bring greetings from the forest monkey. Just jump and kick. Oh, we are definitely going to be using that.
Monolith of Mines are the devs for Lila's Sky Arc, which we're going to be showcasing later. The prequel to Resolution.
I love that. You can also shield bash by attacking while holding block. Oh, look at that. Are these... So, Joe, are those things that the game tells you eventually? Or are they just kind of things that players will discover over time? Maybe on accident. Sorry, buddy. Hate to do this to you. Oof.
Oh.
What is he looking at? Get back here.
The lighting effects are awesome. The use of light and dark, the shadows.
And look at this, like running behind the tree.
Yep.
Some really nice.
One Up James wants the game.
What is
I think
this?
we all do.
A two-handed axe? Come on, buddy. I want to drop kick you. I don't think I can... Oh, I can shoot him while he's just standing there. Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, no. We're just gonna hack and slash with our two-handed... Oh, he just got mowed down by his teammate there. Uh-oh. I don't think we can use a shield when we have our two-hander. I want my one-handed back. There we go. Joe said, I hope people discover some of that in time. Try to make things more contextual, like showing how to kick, so hopefully people try to jump and kick. I really want to land this on somebody.
Oh, look at that.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
It's like a wrestling move.
It is. I feel like I'm in the WWE. That's my new favorite move. You can also do like a running slide, which looks really cool.
Everyone's intimidated by Joe's graphics.
By how good it looks. Some nice... Ooh. I'm a big sucker for shadow effects.
Does that do it for you?
That does do it for me. Yeah, that was really nice. Uh-oh. keep on trekking ahead. So, I think we're actually out of time for this. I'm having so much fun. We ran over by a couple minutes. Holy cow. This is great. This is excellent, Joe. I'm stoked to see the full thing. And for a game that you can sit down and play, like you said, in 2 to 3 hours, like in an afternoon, that'll be a lot of fun.
We like those types of games, don't we, Cody?
We sure do.
Too many games, not enough time. So Song of Iron is due out sometime later this year, hopefully sooner rather than later. As Joe says in the chat, there's going to be an announcement in a few weeks, and it's due to come out on the PC via Steam and also the Xbox initially.
Oh wait, we're right at the boss. Oh. Okay. Screw it. I just want to see the boss. We may not fight him, but we're gonna see him.
I asked earlier if there were bosses, and well, here's the answer.
Pick up all these arrows that we can. New shield, new axe. Look at this. Some underground temple here. That's not what you like to see. Nope. I'll be going now. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh. Can't block that. Jump kick? Nope. Oh, we're getting demolished here. Come on, run.
Oh, look at that.
Jump kick to the face. Dodging. Come on, attack us again. Oh boy, we've skied our shot. Ooh. Okay, I said we weren't gonna fight him, but... Uh-oh, I'm out of arrows. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just walked over us. Okay, the jump kicks don't do anything to this behemoth. Oh no. Oh.
Oh! You've done it!
We did it! Give me my arrows back.
And there you go! Thanks for playing!
What? What a demo. Holy cow. And can you guys hear this music too? Boy, this has got me really psyched to play the full game very soon, according to Joe. That was epic, man. What a great boss fight.
Perfect for a 20-minute segment.
Alright, I'm gonna leave this music playing actually while we transition again. Yep, sorry, that was another screw it moment. We had to go back. And it's a good thing Joe was here to tell us, otherwise we would have missed that. The sound effects you're hearing now are not part of Song of Iron. They are part of Haven Park.
So Haven Park's up next, and if you've not seen this one, it is quite reminiscent of a short hike, a game that Dave from Save Debts was showcasing last week, I think. Welcome to Haven Park. Take a break and enjoy the view in this peaceful natural park. Oh, it sounds lovely. I think we're going back to the wholesome games here. For generations, it has been taken care of by Flint's family. Now the time has come for him to take over. Help him find the resources to repair and build the park and make it a cosy haven for campers to enjoy. Oh, that sounds lovely.
It does sound lovely.
So what have we got? We've got an open world where you can explore at your own pace. You can set up camp. There's lots of quests, side quests, campers to meet, skills to unlock, and a full night-day cycle. Who doesn't like one of those? And it's got an adorable protagonist that, well, it's another one that I want a plush of. Looks like a chick, I think. A baby chick, but I could be wrong.
And it looks like we have Moon Eye Studios, which is the publisher for Haven Park. So maybe they can give us some insight into whether a plush will be coming for this character.
Plush.
Keep showing it off. You have a great collection.
Thanks for joining us, Joe. It's been a pleasure. Hope to chat to you soon.
Yeah,
when the
thanks
full
so
game
much.
comes out.
We're not going to skip the intro. We want all the backstory. Leon, do you know if this is coming to Switch?
Off the top of my head, I think it is. I'm just looking. It's got a release date of the 5th of August, and we've got down here in my notes Nintendo Switch and PC.
Yep.
Perfect for Switch.
Moon Eye also confirms it'll be coming to Switch on August 5th. Boy, that's almost no time at all. That's a month and a half.
So Moon Eye Studios, what can you tell us about this game? How long has it been in production? And what were your inspirations? I can see a short hike, but was there anything else?
I think this confirms that I now need to play a short hike. I mean, I've known all along that I need to play it, but just need to commit to it, I guess. There's so many new games coming out. It's hard to like go back and play the old classics.
But as Dave showed in his stream, you can finish it in less than an hour.
Mm-hmm. Another one of those games that you can easily play and digest in an afternoon. Beautiful day is about to start.
And this looks like another short and sweet game.
Mm-hmm. Go west and we'll find it. Well, that's sad. She hasn't been able to do much lately. I do love her hat, though.
Do you want one of those?
Can you see me wearing one of those?
Well, I could actually, yeah. So Moon Eye says, yeah, a short hike, of course, but also some Animal Crossing vibes. But we did not develop it, we just published it. It's a solo dev named Fabian Weibel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's been working on it for about 1.5 years.
We're gonna collect
The
some
graphics
more.
are adorable.
They are. This little character kind of like wobbles as he moves. Really adorable. 2 metal. We don't have any of that. Oh, we found the camp. Look at that. We just followed the path. That was easy enough.
Yep.
Now
I
this,
think one thing that's different between this and a short hike is that you have, you can build things. So that is something that doesn't feature in a short hike.
yeah, kind of
You can set up
gathering
camp.
resources.
Mm.
That aspect actually kind of reminds me of Alba: A Wildlife Adventure, where you're kind of fixing up the animal habitat as you go.
Yeah.
3 wood, 2... Well, we only have 1 wood, so I doubt we're going to be able to build anything but a campfire. Let's build it. Obviously, we're going to put it in fire ring, because that's the responsible place to put it.
Yep.
Let's light it. We've got a new camper here, too. Because we did that.
Oh, look.
Dave says the beak is sharp. Sophie asks if there's a map. Good question. Well, it said we could add something to the map. Maybe it's just a matter of it telling us how to open it.
There's a map you can open with Y. Are you playing by controller?
I am playing on controller. Yep, look at that. And I guess you color it in as you explore. That's nice too.
I love things like that. I love to be able to see where I'm going or what the sort of scale of the game.
And look at all these skills that you can get. So you can level up. Oh man. So this may be a little bit deeper than something like a short hike. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. There's more to it, it seems. Certainly with the building and the quests. There are quests in a short hike, but you can't level up as such. I suppose the leveling up may come through getting the feathers that allow you to fly higher.
Right. But those in general are just for like opening up new areas of the map, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sophie's sold on this one. It is a chicken, isn't it? It is a chick.
Is it a chicken? Yeah, I guess it is.
Can the publishers, Moon Eye, is it a chick, the protagonist? Or is it just a strange creature?
I really would like to find more resources. Okay, there's a coin up there. Can I get up there? Now we'll jump off. Hopefully we don't hurt ourselves. But we're a bird. I guess we could like float off, right?
Well, you look like you're a baby chick. I don't think you can fly yet.
We got 3 wood by collecting the log. I like that. Can we swim? We can swim. Are we a... We're not a duck, are we? It is a
No,
chicken.
It's been confirmed.
Heard it here, folks. Let me get up here. Oof. Alright, let's go to this beach.
I love the water
chicken.
effects.
Yeah. Oh, and we reached level 1. We earned a skill point. What should we put our skill into? I'm gonna say probably getting resources. Let's say we'll find more wood. I really want to see... I hope we'll have time to see the night cycle. We have about 5 minutes left. Is the night cycle just on a kind of an in-game timer? Or are there certain events that trigger nighttime?
And certain things you have to do at night time.
Yeah. Boy, we're finding a lot of wood. Let's build. Well, let's put a bench. Put it on the far side. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. People are gonna have toasty feet sitting there.
Can you sit on the bench once you put it down?
Let's see, I'm gonna put a campfire in.
You get your marshmallows out.
I'm gonna light it. Well, we can stand on the bench. Wish there was more activities. Some people will always complain. Oh, look at this. Is this a goat? Are you gonna camp here too? So we're a caretaker for the camps around this island.
Seems so.
We're a ranger. Great call, CC. Yes, we're a park ranger. a job that I once thought I wanted to have. I always thought I wanted to be a park ranger until I realized how much talking to people um, being a park ranger includes.
Do you not
And
like talking to people?
um, not all day. I'm quite an introvert. I like to have my personal time to recharge,
Mm.
but I love the outdoors. Very very into eco-friendly activities. So that's more why I thought I would make a good park ranger. But nowadays I don't think I would.
Well, you can just do it through games.
That's true. Yeah, I can just be a little chicken ranger.
Yeah. Or there's Firewatch as well. You're a ranger in Firewatch, aren't you?
Yeah. We have 18 wood now. I'm not sure if that's a result of us looking around more or us leveling up our wood finding. Hmm. Some more coins.
It seems like there's a lot to do in this game. So from my notes, Moon Knight says that the game's 2 to 4 hours. Is that about right, would you say?
Okay, so we found a lot of stuff here. Wood, metal, fabric. We found out that if you're not around anything and you just hit the X button, your chicken makes pew pew noises.
Yeah, pew pew, pew pew. It's like the equivalent of the honk of a goose.
Yes, in Mighty Goose.
Yeah, and Untitled Goose Game.
And Untitled, yeah. Dave asks a good question. Who would win, a lion-sized chicken or a chicken-sized lion? What do you think, Leon?
I'm just thinking about that one. Oh, I think a chicken-sized lion.
Really? I was gonna go the opposite. I thought a lion-sized chicken with its massive talons would be quite intimidating and massive beak.
Actually, maybe, yeah. Now I think about it, I was just thinking that a lion would have, it's the ferocious creatures with big teeth, but I suppose the teeth would be a lot smaller, wouldn't they?
They wouldn't be able to open their mouths as wide.
That's very true.
What's down here? This looks like a big area.
So Moon Knight Studio says it's about right, the length of the game. Highly depends on how much you're talking to people and the secret quests. So the secrets. But 3 to 4 hours is the normal play time, which we love. We like that. That's ideal.
And look at how much of this map we still have left unexplored. A lot. Well, unfortunately, I think we're out of time with this one too. We are just, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the demos that we've picked today are really smashing it out of the park. There hasn't been one yet that I've been disappointed with in the least. There hasn't been one that I've been like, maybe I'll play it when it comes out. All of these games are seriously killing it.
4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
2 to go. So thank you so much to Moon Eye joining us for that.
Yeah, thank you very much. August 5th. Look forward to playing Haven Park, seeing the full story, the full world. Yeah, I'm stoked.
And it's coming out on Nintendo Switch and the PC initially. So our penultimate game is Wolf Stride. which is a game I didn't know anything about until just the E3 week. Did you know anything about it, Cody?
I had seen. I feel like their trailer was showcased during a recent indie, not an indie direct, but I had seen their trailer before Next Fest. But another monochromatic game. I know we were talking about those earlier.
Yep. So this one, it's published by Raw Fury, who, well, are the golden boys of indie games. They've released some fantastic games already this year, Backbone and The Longest Road on Earth, and Sable is coming out in September. So this one's just got to come in soon, but hopefully sometime this year. And it is an RPG, perhaps the most Japanese style game that we've played today, and it's turn-based giant mecha battles. Is that your sort of thing, Cody?
You know, in general, I don't know that I've played that many games that would fall into the mech category. I do enjoy some turn-based games. I grew up playing a lot of like JRPG style games like Final Fantasy. So I can get into some turn-based. I just don't have much experience with mechs. And it looks like we have Otavio in the chat, who is the developer for Wolfstride.
Welcome.
Yeah, Dave's saying that Haven Park was Sophie's game of the stream so far. Unsurprisingly. Sophie loves her cozy games. Alright, so
Wolfstride is a...
Go ahead.
Wolfstride is a role-playing game about three former partners in crime facing a turning point. When they inherit a legendary mecha called Cowboy, they reunite to find a new path together as a team in the most popular sport on the planet, giant mecha battles. Boom.
We also have Nick in the chat. Nick popped in a couple minutes ago and I didn't have a chance to say hello. So welcome, Nick. Thanks for joining us. And also...
Hi, Nick.
Augusto. Also from the Wolfstride team. What's your role on the team? Thank you guys so much for joining us. This actually would be a really, well, it is a cool sport to watch already. Like BattleBots. Have you ever watched BattleBots or Robot Wars, Leon?
Yes, I have. Robot Wars was very big in the UK on the BBC back in the day. Very much enjoyed it. I always thought I could make one. But
did you really? I had kind of considered doing it too. Razor was the one that kind of stole the show for several years, right? The one with like the hook or the really sharp claw that would come down and pinch the other robots. Oh man, making me want to go back and watch that again.
Is it still on in the US?
I feel like there was I feel like Robot Wars didn't really catch on so much here. It was BattleBots was like the US version, and I feel like it has had a resurgence in the last couple years, maybe?
Well, in Japan, they do love a good robot, and they do love a good mech. In fact, I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I went to Japan a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, and we went to, in Tokyo, the robot restaurant. And so you eat some food, and then you go through and you watch these giant robots fight.
Really?
Yes.
Like
one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
Like live action, they were fighting like while you were there.
Yep.
Wow. Huh.
It was one of the sort of highlighted things that you need to do if you go to Tokyo.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Robot restaurant, if you ever go to Japan, look it up. And it links to this because this has that sort of Japanese RPG elements to it.
Yeah, and already the art style is very anime. I think somebody mentioned Cowboy Bebop in the chat. I love it. Oh wait, is this guy's name Cowboy? Maybe that's the mech's name.
I think the mech's name's Cowboy. Dave with the puns. Excellent.
Just saw it. Love it. Dave is always Dave and David, who I think was here earlier, always on point with the puns. All right, we're gonna skip these interactions. We're gonna go to this. It's a dog.
Hi, Nick. It's a dog man. Or a wolf man. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, dog man. So, Ottavio, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're the director, the writer, the artist. So you're doing a lot here. So what can you tell us about this game? Where did your inspiration come from?
And how big is your team? I know we have 2 of you in the chat. Had some solo devs on today. I don't think we've had any very big teams that we've showcased today, at least. Go first chest, but watch out for the armor. Okay. So I think we're just going to jump into our first fight here. Cece saying she loves the different portraits. I like how they change as you talk too. That's a big deal for me. Wolf getting really worked up here. I am ready.
Here we
versus
go.
Wormageddon.
Ottavio started working on the game 5 years ago. And they've got 9 people in the team. Biggest team.
Biggest team we've seen today.
What about inspiration? Does it come from some of the old sort of animes that
I should
feature
probably read this.
giant mechs? Some of the team are lurking in the bushes.
Are you kidding this nerd? I like that.
There's a lot to take in here, it seems.
There is, yeah, there's a lot to learn. And see how handsome they are. Asking them out for a date is totally optional and probably a bad idea, because we all know how you deal with rejection, don't we? Okay.
Get in there.
Peepoo teaches you, but you never learn. I like Peepoo. Will there be a Peepoo plushie? Asked
yes.
about a lot of
Peepoo
plushies today. I think every game we've asked about a plushie, except for Song of Iron. We didn't ask Joe if there would be a plushie for that. Just a Viking with like a bloody axe. You know, I would actually probably go for that. Deal 30 damage, knockback 2. Let's do
So
the
how
break
big is the
armor.
demo, Ottavio? How much content is there here? And have you got any idea of a release date? Oh wait, is it going to be this year?
We're gonna move here, I guess, with the little dab. That was actually one of the... Actually, yeah, that's actually the press kit image that I chose for the thumbnail of the robot moving, but it looks like he's dabbing. They don't have a release date yet. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna butcher this name, but in American English we would say that like Romulo. He's also a programmer for the game, so a big crowd turning out here. And we attack
Thanks so
from
much for
here.
joining us.
Do we have to be like head to head with them before we can attack? And why isn't he doing anything? Can't move. I don't have any movement points left. Oh, I got something here. Let's go for the chest. Nice animations.
You've got to go off the chest. That's the weak spot, as we've been told.
Yep. We have one attack point left. Alright, so we're gonna end our turn. Oh boy. This guy looks menacing.
I like the music. It's almost like the robots, the mechs are dancing.
Yeah, you're right. They're in their ready stances, but they are kind of grooving to the music. Don't have enough ammo for that, for the rifle.
Nick's getting Advance Wars vibes. Interesting. Witch is getting a remake on the Switch, which is going to be good.
We're making some dents here. And we
What does the bar at the bottom mean, Cody?
The spaces, that's like where we are on the battlefield, I suppose. Like I can move
right
to the left and right. So I'll move back. Well, I'll move back one. Then I'll just defend.
So I assume that when you're right next to them, you can.
Or I'll reload.
Like, close combat.
I do need more ammo.
Moves.
I think so. You guys want the volume turned up? We'll make it happen.
Because they want to groove along with the mechs.
I don't blame them. How's that? Is that better? Now there's... Is that a locked spot? Can I not move there anymore? Well, I can't move past him anyway. We're still gonna... Oh, we can't break his armor. Why not? Louder. I can't go any louder, actually. Push him. Get out of here. We have one attack point left. We can't do anything with that. Can we push him back again? Nope. We're gonna taunt. Ooh. That was a heavy punch.
I love the animations, those little cutscenes.
Yeah. It's like in an anime when the character's getting like really worked up to deliver like, you know, his mega punch.
Yep.
Yeah, his right arm has 25 armor. That's gonna be hard to break, because CC was suggesting maybe we break an arm first. So what is this on right? So I can repair. Interesting. How much health do I have? Ooh, my head is actually... I have a massive headache. I'm down 100. There we go.
I take it if you lose your head, that's not the end.
I don't know. It seems like it would be, to me. Break armor 10.
Maybe not for a mech.
Yeah, maybe not for a mech. You're right. Oh, deal 20 damage to everything. Let's try this. I just really wanted to see that animation. That was sweet. So I think the developer said the demo is 2 mech fights, which will take about an hour. And Monolith just asked a great question: how many mechs will be featured in the game? And will we be able to control multiple mechs? Or is Cowboy like our mech for the game? We still have 2 attack points? What? Let's go for his... We're just gonna keep going for his chest at this point. We only have like 2 minutes left. Yeah,
I'd also like to ask, will there be larger areas outside of in the main game? Because like what we've seen here, you've just seen like an interior that you've run around with the mech battle. I'm assuming that there'll be a bigger, more expansive area to move around. Maybe that's been answered. So the fights in the demo work like boss fights, so you won't have to grind fights. Instead, you'll take weird pixel art jobs around town to repair your stuff and buy upgrades. See? So I think the demo really is just showcasing the mech fights.
The heavy hit. Push him back a little bit. We're getting trapped in our corners. Can't do that. Alright. A whole town to explore. Awesome. And Cowboy is our mech for the game. This is our boy. Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that. The God charge.
Uh-oh. But he's not been going for your chest, has it?
No, it hasn't. It has been going for my head. But maybe there's different win conditions for different mechs. I probably should have read a little bit more at the beginning.
So perhaps Tavio can tell us whether does the battle end if you lose a part, if you lose your head, or is it only if you destroy the chest?
Yep, good call, CC. We're gonna defend our head and arm. And maybe we'll stay here. Oh boy, here comes the God punch. Ooh, 90? Okay, we're getting close here. I think we're just gonna hammer away at his chest. Not enough. Oh wait, did we have enough for this? Yes, we do. Okay, 2 attacks in one go. You only win or lose by destroying the chest. Awesome.
Right.
So he has 25 health. All right.
You got to do this. You can do it, Cody.
I know. I really want to do this before we end. We're so close. Okay. Let's hope he doesn't take off our head here. Oh, and he's repaired again.
Uh-oh.
This is a tough battle. As you would expect. I mean, this is like a boss battle. I wouldn't expect it to be easy. Where's my reload? I see that I have a repair. I'm going in for the kill here. I can't do that. Why not? But I can do this one.
Oh. So close.
Oh, the dev's saying the mechs in the demo are a little forgiving. They don't mess around this much in the final version. I feel like I'm struggling here. Please don't repair. Please don't repair. Maybe now or never with his charge. You can see the attack range at the bottom. Okay, so are those the +5s? Is that the attack range? I was wondering what those were. Attack. But we may be able to get in 2 attacks here, actually. Deal 30 damage. Can't do that one for some reason. Let's try this. Oh, we're so close. Do we have enough for one more attack? Please.
Surely.
No, why? Are we out of ammo again? Okay, one more round. Here we go. I'm gonna repair my head. Yeah, interesting that he's only going for my head so far. I'm gonna move up 2. Get out of our corner. Here comes the God Charge. Oh, the +5s are damage boost.
Yeah, I thought that actually. Because it was giving you an extra 5 on top of what it said you'd get.
Pistol punch.
This is it.
This is it. Dunzo.
Boom.
You're done. Man, our guy's ripped. Our guy's got the guns. No time to rest, Catman. Fancy Boy and Fancy Jack. Alright, so you guys can go play the demo. Get to the second mech, Fancy Jack. But we have to call it quits on this one. Boy, that was a lot of fun.
It's going to be published by Raw Fury, and it's going to be coming out on Steam and maybe consoles in the future sometime.
But we don't. I think they said we don't have a release date yet. I'm really loving the artwork. I'm a decent fan of anime. I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, but I've seen all of Naruto and Shippuden and all that. Boy, yeah, this another game that's gotten me excited for the full version. I'll probably actually be back to try more of this one out.
Perhaps we just need to keep doing more of these shows until we've gone through all 700 of the demos.
just non-stop all day every day. We'll have food delivered and all that.
Yep.
All right, now Leon, I know you're excited to talk about this last game. So why don't you introduce us?
Thanks first to all the guys that came from the team for Wolfstride. Look forward to that one. Next up, our final game is a prequel called Lila's Sky Arc. Now, one of my favourite games of last year was an indie called Resolution. Resolution with 2 eyes. And the developer's been in the chat for some time, Monolith of Mines. I've always wanted to ask why the 2 eyes. Is it just a simple case of it's easier to Google, or is there another reason for it? But Resolution came out last year, and there's been a couple of updates to it. They've added extra things. It's a pretty big game. I spent 25 hours on it. There are some wonderful secrets. I don't want to say too much about it, but I really like the way that the game. It's a bit like a Hyper Light Drifter type action RPG, but it's its own beast. There's many unique aspects of it. Some of the upgrades that you get are really inventive. You can turn into like a sort of worm creature and roam around the map. You can build bridges. There's all sorts of things you can do. I really, really liked it. And it was all wrapped up in this beautiful synth sort of neon pixel art aesthetic. So if you've not played Resolution, you need to play that first. Well, actually, play this first, because it's Lila's Sky Arc, which I'm sure the developers can tell us a lot more of. And I would say perhaps where Resolution was more Hyper Light Drifter, it was described as a cyber thriller meets Alice in Wonderland. This is more Zelda-esque in nature, as you'll see from the style. But we'll see what the devs have to say. So what's your first impression of the graphics, Cody?
Really, this is like, I think, my preferred color palette. And I wish Vegathron was here, because I know he loves Hyper Light Drifter. He loves this kind of this graphical style overall too. I really like how as you move throughout the world, the colors kind of come and go. Like as I'm moving to the right, there's like a pink on the I guess you guys are seeing it on like the left side of the screen, and it's coming in the further I move.
Yeah.
Man, this is, yeah, already, we're 5 seconds in, and it's already really beautiful.
So the actual environments look very similar to Resolution, but the gameplay is strikingly different, I've found, because I just had a little go on this, and so you can't pick up like you're doing here and throw things. Hyperlight Drift, Resolution, you have weapons, you get guns, and you can sort of fire. You have like similar sorts of bosses as you do in Hyperlight Drifter. But in this one, perhaps it's a bit more slower paced. It says you must unite the spirits of the forest, the mountain, the sky, and the core to fight back. Defend your home with copper, bone, and alchemy against the fleet of deafening airships. Explore an interconnecting world in this Zelda-esque adventure. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does sound quite nice. I wonder what we can do. These blue boys here.
But Dave's saying it looks fantastic. Is there a map? Now I know there was a map in Resolution, a very quite unique map, but I don't know if there is a map option yet. Maybe the developers. Yes, there is a map, and they say they've learned the lesson with Resolution. The map was very interesting. It wasn't as easy to know exactly where you were. And it's one of those that really you'd have to see it to fully understand. But I liked it.
Yeah, so you can see it here. It's just kind of a top-down, more of a room map, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, arc. So, is it better to have played Resolution? So for me, I haven't played Resolution. Do you feel like that's something I should play before exploring all of this?
Well, it'd be interesting to see what Monolith says, but I'd probably say no because, well, with it being a prequel, it is totally different, this, and it'll probably set up what's to come in the Resolution. I'd like to know how much linkage there actually is, because the plot is quite complex in Resolution. This seems to be perhaps more straightforward to start with. But it doesn't look as though you need to have played Resolution. Even though the world and the sort of aesthetics, the art style is similar.
Rocking Chair Giant doesn't want much to do with us, unfortunately. I'm not going to let him get back to his meditation. Maybe we should. We'll move on with our lives.
So it's more the lore. You'll get more of the lore if you've played Rezo. Maybe I should be cool and call it Rezo.
Instead of Resolution with two eyes.
One of the things that I adored about Resolution was you get sort of to what appears to be the end point of the game, but it isn't. It's actually just, well, the midway point of the game, and it totally subverted everything I thought about where, you know, the game itself. And then even when you get to the end, there's an extra sort of secret challenge.
Oh, what have we done?
You've got a backpack.
Oh, we've got a backpack. Steady, sturdy, without magic, but filled with stories of past adventures. We can tuck objects in. So what's the red square in there? A floppy disk.
Remember those?
I do, actually. What did they have, like 15 megabytes of storage on them?
Yeah, when I was at college and university, everything was on floppy disks. But those sheep.
Yeah, but we can't interact with them, right? We can't pick them up. Can't throw stuff at them. Well, I mean, we can. It just... Oh, it actually did do something. Oh wait, here's the
I'd like
computer.
to ask Monolith. I'd like to ask Monolith. Those computers look very reso. I'd like to ask Monolith what sort of made them decide to do a prequel.
Yeah, Nick saying floppies had 1.4 megabytes.
Gosh.
Not even enough for like a modern MP3.
Nope.
Spirit of the Trees, huh?
Yeah, you see, this reminds me of Resolution. So I also like to ask Monolith, is it the exact same team that worked on Resolution that's working on this? Or is it just you? Is it one person?
Richie's saying the sheep are actually a super bomb, but that's disabled in the demo. If that's true, I would love to see that.
One of the things in Resolution that was unique was the fast travel option that I know some people didn't like because you didn't get it straight away. But the fast travel, you sort of played this tune in front of this giant worm creature, and then it sort of ate you up, and you could travel along this interconnected sort of underground to get to other places. Fascinating stuff. CC says it reminds her of Tohu. That's interesting. Very different type of game, Tohu. That's another one I need to go back to.
I guess that was a bomb that we just wasted. Where was that gate? It was over here somewhere, right? Found something else.
Dave and Sophie are off. They thank us for the free entertainment. Thank you for joining us. We wouldn't want you to perish, so you best get to that supermarket and get some food.
Yeah. Go get some dinner. Yeah, thanks guys for joining us. Hope you'll be looking forward to especially Haven Park coming in August 5th. I know Sophie will.
Switch.
So Monolith of Mine saying the demo's about 45 minutes long. So a lot to what? So what's the estimated length of the total game? Because that's a pretty substantial demo, in my opinion.
And we all love a good roadmap, and I'm just looking at the roadmap on the website for this game, and it's been plotted out really, a quite detailed roadmap of sort of what's going to happen over the next few months. And I'd like to ask whether the August early access may actually happen, because it says here August 2021 early access maybe. Is that still on the cards, with a possible full release February next year?
Now they were asking us to turn up the music earlier for Wolfstride, and I've left the music up for this because it's great in a different sense. It's not definitely not the metal and guitar that we were listening to there.
No. This one's quite relaxing.
Yeah, much more relaxing. That's exactly how I was going to describe it. I feel like I'm wasting these throwables. It may take me a minute to figure out what they're for.
So 4 to 6 hours, Monolith's saying, which is going to be shorter than Resolution, because that was quite a beast of a game.
If they don't go mad along the way.
Yeah. But I like a little bit of madness. That's why I love Resolution, because it was so quirky. And like with Vegathron, who's sadly not here, I spoke to him about it. And I told him, you've got to persevere with the game because it really does open up. The first couple of hours of Resolution really don't show you all that the game has to offer.
It's a mad fox unicorn. Or a funicorn, I think, as they're called.
Oh, is it? I'd like one of those plush, please.
Yes, last question, or I guess last time we're going to ask this question today, will there be any plushes?
See, I love plushes.
I Love Indies loves plushes as well.
He does. I love the way that it's sort of self-awareness. It's deliberate for the demo, and it's making reference to the fact it's a demo.
I do like that too.
So is it going to come out in early access? Are you still planning that in August? Because I'd definitely be wanting to play it then.
Says Garrett Wolf, the music master, is the real star here with the soundtrack. Half a pair of glasses. There's only one central supercomputer who could wear these in style.
All right.
And this, I feel kind of bad now that we've done this. It didn't have to be this way. And what is this black sheep doing on his back?
There's always a black sheep in the pack.
That one's a weird one.
Zizi says, don't beat the black sheep, his life's hard enough.
We won't be beating any of these sheep. They're too cute. Oh, okay, he's gonna say the same stuff. So can we go back? Who is this guy in the background singing his song too?
Well, that's very much a sort of reference to Resolution.
See, the reasons I need to play Resolution beforehand. Let's see if we can get back to the supercomputer and give him his glasses. Richie has a great idea for sheep plushies with bombs in them. Can we say that word on stream? It's okay. We're not making money from this anyway. Bombs, bombs, bombs.
Prequel seems a lot more slow-paced compared to Resolution, which is action-packed, gun shooting here, there, and everywhere.
I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm just spamming the X button. Just a supercomputer smoking a pipe. Nothing weird to see here. Well, to be honest, I don't feel like 20 minutes is enough time to show off everything there is to see here. We've only seen a very small bit of the world. We've only talked to 2 or 3 folks, which is probably my fault. But I really love the art style. The world is just beautiful. Gameplay seems smooth. The writing seems really funny and self-aware, at least in the demo. I'm sure it'll be no different in the game itself.
I'm sure there'll be lots of little secrets and in-joke references to Resolution. It looks super.
It really does. So, did we get an answer on the early access?
I think the answer was it depends on the publisher.
Oh, okay. I think, was it Richie said there's a new switch on the right? Was it this one? Or did I miss something? Yeah, because I can't get through there. Well, I think we do need to wrap it up for today.
But if you like the look of this, guys, in the chat, you need to check out Resolution with an eye. 2 eyes, I should say. 2 eyes. Resolution with 2 eyes. And that is out on PC and also the Nintendo Switch, which I imagine, I played it on Steam, but I imagine it's excellent on the Switch. Really, really good adventure reminiscent of Hyper Light Drifter. Play that one in preparation for this, coming out in the next few months, maybe in early access or early next year for full release, hopefully.
Richie did ask us to go enter the forest if we could. Can we get through here? Maybe we need to bring something from a previous scene. Let's bring this. Oh wait, we
Nick's
can't.
saying that Resolution's on sale on the Switch. Well, there's no reason not to get it.
Nick is our resident sale expert in the Discord. Posted a very, very big sale going on yesterday. Well, anyway, I think we're gonna call it a day.
Monolith thanks us for giving Dr. Father Sir some new glasses. You are welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys, Monolith, Richie, for joining us. A lot of fun to chat with you, kind of hear some backstories, and learn a bit more about Lila's Sky Arc. Currently in development, coming soon.
And looking fabulous.
Looking very fabulous. I don't think there was a game here today that disappointed at all. All of them got me excited to play the
All
full
very
release.
different as well.
Yeah, I know we had like 2 black and white or monochromatic games, but boy were they different. One was battling mechs, the other was adventuring around in quiet towns and taking photographs. I'll ask the chat, what was your guys' favorite game from our list today? I'll be honest, I don't know
Thanks, Monolith.
if I can pick a favorite. Song of Iron was really fun. And the fact that we made it all the way through the demo was great. And getting to see that boss fight at the end. But I really like the casual games too. This seems fairly casual up front, Lila's Sky Arc. But yeah, this has really, Lila's Sky Arc especially, has me excited to see more of the world. The writing seems really funny. CC says Wolf Stride, but she's a bit biased. She likes anime and mechs. Nick says Lila's Sky Arc and Haven Park, the little chicken one.
Well, I'm going to say, because it's not been mentioned, Toem, which I think we started with. I love Toem. Obviously, I love Lila's Sky Arc. This is one that, because I'm a huge Resolution fan, I can't wait for it. Toem, though, totally different. Monochromatic once again. Relaxing, very wholesome. Love the art style. I can't wait for that one. And it's coming out soon.
Very soon, August 5th. On PC and Switch. What haven't we talked about wrapping up? We haven't talked about the Lightbringer. I don't feel like we got to see that game's full potential. We had just unlocked the boomerang and kind of just gotten through the first stage and into like a darker dungeon area. I am really curious to see more of that game. It kind of checks like that puzzle platformer box for me. And I did really like the art style. It reminded me a lot of something like Down in Bermuda. Yeah. I would like to see more
different.
of that.
Totally different to Down in Bermuda, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Down in Bermuda is very much like a point-and-click puzzler. DC says the Lightbringer seemed maybe a bit too much like Tunic. Really, I feel like it has much less of a combat focus. Tunic does have a decent combat focus from my experience in playing it. Definitely some puzzle platforming aspects shared between them, though. David saying, I like all of the games.
All of them.
David's easy to please, like me. There's not many games that I don't like. Which, if you watch my reviews, you might pick up on that, because I tend to give positive reviews to a lot of games. But it's just, I think that's my personality. I love variety, and that's something that indie games is perfect for. If you want a casual adventure, go play Toem, go play Haven Park. If you're like, I want to, not so much button mash, but I want a challenge, I want some hard combat, go play Song of Iron, go play Wolfstride. If you want something beautiful to explore and look at, go play Lila Skyark, go play The Lightbringer. Like, all the games that we've played here today all have some things in common, but they're all so different at the same time. And this is 6 of, how many did you say, 700 demos, Leon?
Yep, 700.
Crazy. Nick says, except Hades, you don't want to play it. I do want to play it, Nick. I want to play it so bad. Nobody votes for it when it comes up on the community suggestions. I'm gonna just start playing it in my own time.
Why not? It is good. Fantastic.
Why not? And I really, similar to that, I liked Curse of the Dead Gods a lot. But I think I would like Hades even more. The combat seems a little bit crisper, a little bit faster.
Hades
anyway,
is
guys,
better than Curse of the Dead Gods.
That's what I've heard. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us for both streams. Today has been a lot of fun. Wednesday was also a lot of fun. It's been a blast getting to chat with all the developers and publishers today. A huge thank you for them, or to them, for taking time out of their busy development schedules. Upcoming games obviously take a lot of work, but it's awesome to get to chat with them, to hear some behind the scenes stories. And Leon, I have to say thank you so much to you too, dude, because this would not be possible without you. Leon did a ton of work behind the scenes, getting in touch with developers, really kind of compiling the lists for the games that we were going to play. And yeah, go check out I Love Indies on YouTube and Indies Love on Twitter. Leon, any parting words?
Well, my latest video is live. Go and watch that. It's got some great indies. Beasts of Marveia. It's got Minute of Islands in it, and also Garlic, so give that a look. I do a video each week with new release indies, and I'm also on Twitter where I do Indie of the Day. So please follow, subscribe, like, all the usual business. It will be very much appreciated. And can I just thank you, Cody, for having me for both these sessions. I feel very privileged to be part of your live streams.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to get to chat with you. It looks like we just had a developer jump in the chat. They screwed up the time zones. Oh no. Yeah, we are just wrapping up. Are you the developer for The Lightbringer? Curious. We did enjoy it. So if you are from The Lightbringer, I played it, and I personally really enjoyed my time in it. We only had 20 minutes to spend in it, but we had just gotten to like a dark dungeon area that really piqued my interest, and yep, for The Lightbringer. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the game. But yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. go like Leon's channel, go subscribe to it. He puts out great work. And we will see you in the next one. Have a good day, afternoon, or night, wherever you